It's the Nuka-Cola Lounge, presented by the Triple S League.
Gary! Gary!
Hey everybody, welcome to the Nuka-Cola Lounge podcast, where we talk about all things Fallout. My name is Ash, and I'm here, as always, with the magnificent Saib.
Hello.
Not that magnificent. Tone down the magnificence.
But I am enjoying some eggnog and tapioca.
That's fantastic.
Everyone's
happy for you.
I cannot believe I have not thought of this sooner. Eggnog and tapioca.
You know, eggnog is really good in pancakes. I figured that out completely by accident because I was out of milk. And then I figured out that it's really good in coffee because I was out of milk.
Oh, yeah.
And then I wanted some cereal, but I was not that brave. And also here is the glamorous Maeve.
Hello, hello.
Loser says what?
What?
And the battle continues.
I can't believe that worked on you. Wow. Dang, it smells like Updog down here.
Updog?
What's up, dog?
Oh.
You know, I don't know if you remember, Maeve. I actually successfully pulled that joke on you once, a while ago.
I vaguely remember that.
You're like, what's Updog? Anyway, so here we are, the day before Halloween. So, of course, Saib wants to talk about concept art.
Yeah, well, I mean, it was either that or we talked about Halloween stuff, and I mean, who wants to talk about Halloween stuff? Although, I feel that they should actually rename the holiday to Fear Day, because...
Fear Day?
Well, it's funny, you think about it. Halloween is really for helping kids start to learn the fun of overcoming a fear, right?
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Yeah, okay. So I'm not crazy. Not today, at least.
I thought it was about teaching kids to learn the fun of disobeying everything that they're
taught year-round.
About, yeah, like not taking candy from strangers. Don't randomly knock on your neighbor's doors at 9 o'clock in the evening and demand stuff.
Walk down the street by yourself in the dark.
Running across the road.
Yeah.
Don't dress in slutty clothes.
It's such a weird holiday.
By the way, what are you guys being for Halloween?
I am being the scariest person I know, which would be myself waking up way too early in the morning. Run in fear.
Maeve, what are you dressing up as for Halloween?
I was thinking a raider.
Oh yeah? What kind of armor? Are you going to go with the Badlands armor? Blastmaster armor? Sadist armor? Painspike armor? Helmet? Wastehound? Psychotic? Blastmaster? Arclight?
I kind of want to be the crazy cat lady of the wasteland, but with rats. And just throw rats at people. I think that'd be funny.
Huck them at people? That could totally be a mod. Crazy mole rat lady.
So Bethesda released a preview to their art book for the concept art, making of art. It comes with a lot of computer-generated images as well, so like the full 3D mock-ups too.
So if you guys want to follow along while we're going through this concept art, we've got the link in the description down below. It's right on Bethesda's website.
The first one is, we have seen this to death. It's the Pip-Boys, first and second versions.
What's remarkable to me about this is that this one Pip-Boy is more detailed than entire games that we used to play back in the 90s.
Yep.
Jedi Knight, where the stormtroopers were like 5 polygons each. And as someone who has designed things in 3D, there's obviously lots and lots of work that's gone into these. It's fantastic.
Which brings us to our next set of images here, page 71. The glowing sea is going to be a huge area to kind of wander in. It's going to be very, very desolate. Fallout 1 and 2 had gigantic areas of just complete desolation. And Fallout 3 had this, everything was dull and gray and whatnot, but this is like more open, dull and gray. So it'll be fun to bring out a sniper rifle and just kind of take pot shots at things half a mile away.
Yep.
The foothills, I'm looking at this picture of the foothills. I would just absolutely love it if there was actually this much space in the game. You could spend days walking around that valley.
Well, I imagine there must be areas where there's a decent amount of space, because you can start to build your own settlements, and obviously that's going to mean as it grows, say it grows into a small city, and well, that's going to take up some space, and I don't know how big these things can get, but...
You know from the achievements that were leaked earlier this week that there is an achievement for maintaining high happiness in your settlements, and then also for linking up multiple settlements. So it looks like the settlement part of the game is definitely very, very big and very, very fleshed out. So this is good, and you do get to rebuild your home of Sanctuary Hills. You'll be able to rebuild that with a population of people that you meet around the wasteland that you really like. Like, hey, go that way. I have a house, and party in my house all the time. That way, whenever I come home, there's always a big party going on.
There's a party in my Fallout 3 house. Not even kidding. I've got Fox there. I keep dog meat there because he keeps dying when I take him out. And of course there's the Mr. Handy robot. I also had Bittercup because I have a mod that turned her into a companion, but she got really annoying, so I just sent her to my house. So she just hangs out with Fox all day.
I love Bittercup. Not as much as Sophia, the modded Sophia from Skyrim. She's the most hilarious person ever.
I've been playing Fallout Shelter, which is an amazing game. I'm really enjoying making new people, and I'm wondering if there's going to be anything like that in Fallout 4.
We know that the baby technology's there as far as like mixing two NPCs.
I appreciate any layer of realism they add to the game. So when they bring in, like you were talking about, settlements and population and that sort of thing, the more realism, the more immersive the experience, right?
I was watching a video with Todd Howard talking about that and how just wanted to make the world feel as real as possible, and it's going to be a lot more colorful than Fallout 3. Fallout 3 is really drab and gray everywhere, and he was saying, you want this to be a believable real world so that, when something happens, like a death claw comes at you, you actually believe this is real. And it's not like, oh, I'm playing a game. Yeah, da-da-da-da.
Yeah. But yeah, there's a lot of rebuilding that you can do in Sanctuary Hills. Supposedly Sanctuary Hills is going to be able to become your main base.
So when you find your son, you can take him to your old house that's been all fixed up and say, son, here's the key to our old house, which is now your house, and you can take your wife and live there and sleep in the bed in which your mother and I conceived you over 200 years ago. He totally won't be creeped out. You know what? Somebody commented on our podcast where we talked about why we think your family, or at least the son, is going to survive. So this commenter, Mladen Kenway, not sure how to say that properly, but anyway, very insightful comment. I've been thinking about how the heck wouldn't your family survive if you stood at the vault elevator at the same time. Imagine if your son was released exactly before the years of your PC's age. They might look the same. So I thought that was very insightful that, your child, depending on when your child leaves the vault, they could be any age.
Yeah. I have a spoiler. It's a rumor spoiler. If my sources are correct, which they usually are, there's a very good chance that...
Oh, I don't want to know this.
Yeah, so...
Where's that memory thing?
The memory worm. It's under the desk. Make sure you use the gloves.
Last time, the damn thing burrowed into my hand and I forgot how to count to 5.
So yeah, this next picture here, the urban ruins, that looks like a much better urban ruins than the ones we had in Fallout 3.
And how dense everything is. Like, you got cars piled on top of cars, piled on top of signs, and
then we're going to see a rail yard. I really hope that these office buildings are actually this big to explore. That's going to be awesome.
And will there be as many buildings that you can't get into, like in Fallout 3? There's just so many buildings that are just the exterior. Kind of breaks immersion a little bit.
Yeah.
You can't have everything in a game like this. I'm aware of that, and that would be a monumental task to create a unique interior for each building. But we can dream.
I'm really loving on page 119 here. We've got a bunch of the museum shots, which we've seen a lot of that stuff. The high-tech kit office, that is going to be amazing to see that. And they did draw this as a pre-war thing, so I wonder if this is one of the locations that we're going to be able to see in the pre-war. That's really good. I would love this room. Would you love this room? The one on the bottom right corner?
Yes, I would. That looks amazing.
That TV looks like it would melt your face.
Potentially, maybe.
The Radiation King. 140-inch TV. Sit 2 miles away to avoid radiation sickness. I love this diner interior, though.
That's a good look. I'm gonna have lots of fun in those.
Sharing sodas with your sweetheart. 2 straws, please.
Run out to get my special straw. Adds more fizz. The House of Tomorrow today.
The House of Tomorrow today. Interesting.
This does look like a very interesting house. I do have one question though. Where the hell is the bathroom?
People in the 50s didn't go to the bathroom.
This is not the 50s, this is 2000.
Well, yeah, but it's, carry on from the 50s. You can't... It's amazing that they show double beds, You can't have people thinking about hanky-panky and bathroom things.
It's got a self-stocking bar. Wow. Grocery sorting conduits. Nuclear radiant heating floor system inside and outside.
There's the bathroom right there.
Oh, yeah, ignore my earlier comment. Oh, that takes me back. This living room, I've been to dozens of those exact same houses. Moving right along, we've got Headgear. This is really cool. We're going to have a steampunk 1950 style headgear.
Oh,
That's
man,
pretty
this stuff
badass.
is awesome.
On the next page here, oh, the new power armor. They're not new, they're actually the old style armors, but we've got the new setups for them, and they look awesome.
Like really ripped stormtroopers.
The T-60, ooh, that's a nice one. I'm gonna look forward to seeing that one in action. These next ones,
Heavy Raider armor exploration. This is just what the wasteland needs. High-tech raiders.
yep, high-tech raiders with lots and lots of shrapnel metal encased around their body. Really bad for melee types, but if you can set off like a grenade in the middle of them, that shrapnel is now on your side. Next, some super mutants.
It looks like he got head shrunk. Oh geez, these things look rather hideous naked.
There's some really nasty ones. Oh my goodness. Like the eyeballs twisted around. Next page, 219, we've got a couple of robots.
Oh, look away, Mr. Handy's naked. And that, what is that? That would be a Protectron. So they really designed the heck out of the interiors of these things. Is that because we're going to be disassembling them, or is it just like when you blow them apart? They have...
When you blow them apart, you do get to see the insides and the guts and all that kind of stuff.
And this is a very technical, nerdy question, but I wonder if all those parts exist inside the model all the time, or if they just sort of spawn when you destroy the model and it sort of blows apart.
I think they probably exist inside it all the time.
Seems like that would be an unnecessary waste of resources, but whatever.
The new heavy-duty bots look really, really good.
And they were scary enough to begin with, so... On the next page, we see a lot of the components and various combinations of things that you can craft. Weapons. Ha, I like this. We approached these designs from the point of view of a resourceful wastelander who knows nothing about guns, but is trying to make gun-like contraptions.
It is a good point.
Handmade machine guns?
Definitely spend some time going over this list. There's some really good stuff in here. We've got a couple new designs of the shish kebabs.
Quite a few, yeah.
I also like that the rumors were true. We do indeed have full-fledged Ripper swords back now as well.
When did they go away?
They weren't expanded upon in the last game like they should have been.
Hmm.
But here we're seeing lots and lots of different varieties. Now this next page, 259, this is very interesting because they have designed a ton of really nice cars.
You had stated before that the reason we don't have drivable cars in Fallout is because of all of the stuff that needs to be loaded, and if you're loading that
on ground level
at the speed of a car, that's just not going to work. But perhaps in the pre-war era, you'll have some driving to do. In the pre-war version of the world, it's probably not going to be as load heavy. So maybe.
So,
and it looks like they've put a lot of detail into the interiors of these vehicles.
And then comes some of my favorite new stuff. We've got computers, chairs, desks, plants, Got milk. Woohoo! Vending machine milk. I wonder what vending machine milk tastes like after 200 years. It would probably just be some kind of cheese.
What happens to cheese if you leave it? The milk turns to cheese.
It probably just dries out.
Cheese molds and dries out and...
Becomes the world's best Parmesan.
I do like that they are now adding rotten food in the Vendomatics.
Rotten stuff. But I wonder if that would make you sick if you ate it. But if all you could find was rotten food, then, you'd have to eat it. That would add to sort of the realism of it.
There's a great Skyrim mod. It's called Realistic Needs and Diseases. So you can pick up like diseases and you get hungry, you get thirsty, and you also get tired. And there are different stages of pain, problems, diseases, shortcomings, and then death resulting from when you don't do any of those things for long enough periods of time.
Right.
And then there's Frostfall, which really adds like environmental effects into Skyrim, like cold and you gotta stay warm and all kinds of cool stuff. And these are all great things that I can definitely see being added to Fallout very quickly and will be awesome to play with down the road.
I love the new Nuka-Cola bottles, but the vending machines, they're probably more 50s realistic, but I don't know. I miss the old vending machines.
No, I think these look great. All right, that does it.
What, you're not going to mention the Nuka-Cola Gun?
Oh, yes. And there's a Nuka-Cola Gun! Holy!
It's amazing!
Is this where you go around the wasteland and neutralize threats with the power of Nuka-Cola and warm feelings?
I'm pretty sure that this is a toy gun. It's not going to be a real gun. You might be able to machine it into one.
Some kind of an energy weapon, maybe? And then for ammo, you load it with a Nuka-Cola bottle. That'd be sweet.
It'll be interesting to see what they pull out with this.
Thank you so much for listening to this edition of the Nuka-Cola Lounge podcast. We're just under 2 weeks away from Fallout 4, so the hype train is going to be accelerating, I imagine. And we're pretty excited for this. As always, we want to hear what you think. Tell us your impressions of this new concept art that's been released, and anything else that you want to talk about regarding Fallout. If there's topics you want us to cover on the podcast or anything else you want to see, let us know. You can leave some comments down below or tweet us at SSS League or at Nuka-Cola Lounge. So on behalf of Syb and Maeve, my name is Ash, and we will see you in the next episode.
So the Superman trailer was playing at the movies last night. I wanted to scream out so badly. Ring ring! Hello, Batman! This is Superman. I have super speed, super strength, laser vision, and can fly. Good luck, you're dead. Click.
Let's call it a truce. What movie did you see?
The Martian.
Oh.
It was good. I enjoyed it.
Oh, apparently everyone went to the movies except me. Well. Okay then.